computer room. Computer room. Swimming pool. A pool for swimming, a swimming pool. And post office. Okay, so these are all examples of compound nouns. Two words, we put them together to make another word. So let's try an activity. Okay, we've got 4 words here. Dump, office, park, and room. Okay, so we're going to choose which of these words to put together with the other word in the sentence. So, number 1, we saw some amazing animals at the wildlife what? Number 2, I sometimes do my homework in the computer what? Can you take these letters to the post what? And number 4, don't drop litter in the park. It isn't a rubbish what? Okay, so 4 words here and 4 spaces to choose the correct one. So number 1, we saw some amazing animals at the wildlife park. Wildlife park. That's our compound noun, wildlife park. Number 2, I sometimes do my homework in the computer room. Computer room. You might have computer room at your school. Computer room is a compound noun. Number 3, can you take these letters to the post office? Post office, where you take your letters to post. Post office is a compound noun. Don't drop litter in the park. It isn't a rubbish dump. Okay? It isn't a rubbish dump. And there's our final compound noun. Okay? Now let's move on to some grammar. So now let's have a look at using past simple together with past continuous to talk about interrupted actions. So let's start with the past simple. Okay, so the past simple, it's the verb in its base form plus ed usually. Of course, there are irregular verbs. So the past simple we use to talk about actions that interrupted other actions in the past. Okay, so for example, some children were playing when we arrived. So there's our past simple. It's what the action that interrupted the other action, the children playing, and it's in the past. So it's past simple. So then we've got past continuous. Okay, and we use past continuous to talk about the actions that were interrupted. Okay, so for example, the same example, we're playing. That's the past continuous, which is the base verb, usually with ing. Okay, so past continuous and past simple. And we can use them together to make a full sentence. Some children were playing when we arrived. Okay, so let's try some sentences and see if you can choose whether to use past simple or past continuous. Number 1. And we'll give you the base verb, which is watch. So we will watch TV when Dad came home. Okay, so do we use past simple or past continuous with the verb watch at this point in the sentence? Have a think. Number 2. Steve was eating dinner when his friend and the verb is call. So is it past simple or past continuous? Number 3. The verb is sleep. I sleep when the doorbell rang.